Welcome back to bazookatraining.com. Today's episode, powered by Hayabusa, is all about the jab to the body, how to set it up, and different things you have to be careful with throwing it. All right, in today's episode, we're talking about a little bit more of a controversial topic, and that is the jab to the body. And why I say controversial, because even me, when I first started my kickboxing, I was told never to really jab to the body, right? I never understood why, but it's something we took out of our arsenal. Now, once I started developing my boxing skills and I improved my own curriculum here at Bazooka Kickboxing, I realized that it's a strike that's valuable. Now, when I hear this controversial topic around strikes, the thing is, for me, and I think as you become more experienced in martial arts, you realize that a good or a bad strike really depends. A good or bad strike also depends on what happens. If I jab to the body and it sets up a right hand, the jab to the body was a good strike. If I jab to the body and now I get countered with a right hand and I get rocked, it's a bad strike. Some opponents will let me jab to the body, others won't. So in any topic, when it comes to it, you have to understand sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, right? Depending on your opponents and how you set things up. So let's kind of give a general breakdown of how we can use this jab to the body and things to be careful with. Now, the first thing, being a kickboxer here, and we like using our low kicks, the jab to the body, right, when we throw it, you don't want to be so square, right? When we jab in kickboxing, a lot of times we'll say, step with the front foot pointing forward. If you jab more like a boxing style, where you're in a bladed stance, you're easy to take low kicks. So that's the first thing you need to be aware of. By jabbing to the body so square, I'm so open and easy to counter. But if I jab with a bladed stance, look how protected my chin is at this point. I can lower my base well, have a good narrow center line, and then I can generate power with the other strikes. So that's the main thing. If I'm jabbing to the body, I'm setting it up with a more bladed stance. So if I jab to the body, okay, and I'm feinting here and I jab to the body, and Matt doesn't take my leg, I know I can stay in a bladed stance. But say I'm feinting here and all of a sudden I jab to the body, he takes my leg, he's a good low kicker, so I have to be careful with that jab to the body. But even if his low kicks aren't powerful enough, say he goes and he low kicks here, but at the same time I just sit there and I drive my rear hand, then the strike that we didn't think was going to work ended up working because I was able to drive my rear hand. So the idea is, as I just said, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So you have to be aware to be able to adjust if it doesn't work. Okay, so that first thing, the bladed stance, very important with it, all right? If you can get away with it. Now, to set up that jab to the body, right? Remember, by going down here, look, it's exposing my head. That's why a lot of people will say, don't lead with a lead uppercut, right? Because it's opening your face, easy to get countered. So the first thing, if I want to jab to the body, right? The narrow stance, but I'm also feinting a little bit. I'm feinting, getting the hands up. I want their hands to come up a little bit more, right? I'm here, lowering my base, right? But when I'm jabbing to the body, I'm assessing. I don't want to sit there and think about hitting so hard, because when I commit, now he's able to hit me. So a lot of times, building my feints, see how I even use what we call here at Bazooka Kickboxing the occupying space, right? If I keep my hand pinned to my head and then I go to jab, it's predictable. But if my lead hand's moving and I'm occupying space here, right? So I'm not trying to hit Matt, but what I'm doing is I'm keeping my hands here, right? I'm keeping him thinking that my punches are here. So I'm occupying, I'm feinting, boom, I can drop the jab, right? Here. And you notice, look at my stance when I jab. I'm not sliding in because I can get hit. I need to be able to come in and come out. So watch my back foot. I'm here. I'm going to touch and come back. See how I can evade very quickly, because say he goes with the counter right, boom, look how fast I was able to get out. So now I know he's trying to set me up. I'm going to be cautious to do the jab to the bodies, right? So when you start with the jab, start with the feinting, right? And using this level change as well, okay? So you're occupying and you're playing with that up and down, right? Here, here, moving your head, feinting, getting the hands here. Then I got my body shot here, okay? So setting it up is very important, using feints and that concept of occupying space. Just, again, keeping your hands pinned to your head, the whole time, and then going here, very predictable, okay? Feinting, occupying space, and using that in and out style. Once you know it's there, this is where the second part of the video comes in. What strikes do you throw off of the jab to the body, right? A lot of times, if you're just jabbing to the body to jab to the body, what's the point? Why put yourself at risk, right? That's my point. If the jab is the body is effective when you have a follow-up strike, okay? Now, being a commentator, I've saw so many fights. And usually on cue, if someone jabs to the body, what is the strike? 90% of the time, the jab to the body sets up the overhand right, okay? You're trying to get inside, say Matt's taller than me, I'm touching here to be able to lower my base and then have that big power from the rear bomb, okay? So that's the main technique for me, okay? But now knowing that someone's gonna throw the overhand right, you should almost anticipate the overhand right. So if Matt throws the jab to the body for me, what I'm doing here is I might evade, and I always keep this hand here because when the bomb comes, I'm out of range. But also, I slid out of range because I don't want to stand there. If I eat the jab to the body and I stay here, that's when I get hit. So when I anticipate someone jabbing, I might be here and I block, okay? So this is protected. Now, what I'm going to try to tell you in this video is use some of these unorthodox style setups, right? So some that I like personally, right? So I'm here, I'm feinting my enter here, boom, right? Now, they expect this hand to come here, so they anticipate. So a lot of times I jab to the body, and then instead of throwing this hand, I'll come up with a hard jab upstairs, right? So I always want my opponent guessing, is he going to jab my nose? Is he going to hit my chin? Is he going to hit my body? So a lot of times I'm here, I snap to the face, snap to the face, snap to the body, right? So now when I go to jab, Matt has zero clue if this jab's going to the body or to the head. So I'm making him be a little jittery, right? So I'm going to use that to be able to effectively land a hard jab, right? Beautiful. From a hard jab, I can go low kick and everything. Now, the one I enjoy, okay, once I get that anticipation, I'm going to tell you why this one works good. I just showed you when you jab to the body, right, the reaction is blocking with the rear hand down, right? So Matt jabs me. This is a logical type of defense, right? So my hand's here protecting, but look what it left open. A nice lead hook off of that side. Boom, right? So if I'm feinting here and I jab to the body, so Matt let me jab. He defended this way, right? So then I jab again. Okay, he's trying to block, and then he's going to block down with his hand. Okay, now next time I come here, boom, right? I got him to bite by anticipating the parry to the body, and then all of a sudden I moved that hook to the upstairs, okay? So those are the types of strikes I feel will be more effective sometimes off of the jab. Now, the overhand right, if you can set it up, beautiful. But the idea is setting it up right. The overhand, effective jabbing right after that, ready? Level changing with the jab, and then eventually setting up that big power finish, okay? Set it up, use feints, use occupying, and use off rhythm, right? That's the number one thing once you start playing with your jab. If you're always jabbing in a single, okay, it's predicted timing. But if I can do double one time and the next time mixing it up, right? 1, 2, body, okay, fake body, and then dead head, off rhythm, one, boom, right? So everything is off rhythm, off tempo with different confusing tactics, right? Matt doesn't know if it's a single, a double, head, body. Next thing you know, I have an overhand right. I got a left hook to the body, a left hook to the head, and I got my finish, okay? So jab to the body. Is it controversial? No, right? It should be something that you should use as you get a little bit more experience. Now, am I going to teach the jab to the body to beginners? No, right? They don't understand the feinting enough. They don't understand the off rhythm and tempo. They don't understand the off angles a little bit. So as you get more experience, don't stay locked into the idea that the jab to the body is bad. It can be safe if used properly. Now, if you're getting timed, if you're getting low kicked, then you're going to have to make adjustments. It might not work for everybody. But keep it in the arsenal, practice, play with it, because at the highest level, and for me, with MMA fighters, I love it, right? As a kickboxer in MMA, you don't want to be so tall. So the jab to the body just also kind of keeps kickboxers lowering their base so they're able to defend takedowns a little better. If your jabs are always up here, people are gonna scoot underneath and take you down. So regardless the sport, you know, the jab to the body can be very effective, okay? Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Make sure you keep liking, subscribing, sharing Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA with everyone, and make sure to continue to support the channel, right? We have Hayabusa Fight, the T3 glove lines, my favorite, wrist support, and the double latch system, good knuckle protection, and we have Perfect Sports Nutrition, code Bazooka20 to get your supplements ready for the new year, okay? And that's Perfect Sports, all linked below. We'll see you next time here at Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Welcome to Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA online training. I'm Bazooka Joe Valtellini, the owner here at Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Over the past year, I've designed and created a website to teach Bazooka curriculum at home and across the world. The purpose of this website is for you to, one, hit your fitness and health goals, all while learning world-class martial arts instruction from me. The beautiful thing about this website, it's geared for all levels. So if you're learning martial arts for the first time as a beginner, we help you progress into the bigger stages. And if you're a pro fighter, guess what? We have different fight concepts for you to improve your tool set and your skills in the ring or cage. As the fastest rising kickboxing world champion and a lifelong martial artist with over 30 years of experience, I've been able to combine my passion for martial arts and teaching to create this website. This website's gonna give you some of the tricks, secrets, and inside look at some of the training I use to win my world title. Once you subscribe to this site, you're gonna be getting weekly training videos and tutorials that you can do from anywhere. The sections are broken up into 3 parts. The first is bag workout. So if you have a bag at home or at your gym, you can use these workouts to supplement your training. The second is at-home workouts. A lot of us don't have the room for a bag or a bag in general, so these workouts are for no equipment needed and you can do them anywhere. And finally, the tutorial section. If you're having any problems with a specific technique or fight concept that's covered in any of the workouts, go to the tutorial section, learn the technique, and then go back to the workout, and this time, do it with proper technique. One of the added benefits once you subscribe is the forums section, where you can get a more personalized experience where you can ask questions and I'll be able to go in there and answer them. It's all about building a team and a community of martial artists helping each other grow. So subscribe now to get access to all the videos plus more so you can be part of the squad here at Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA.